Hello and welcome back to Curbstomp City and another episode of ECW Lives, where today I'll be bringing you an episode of ECW Revolt and the pay-per-view Anarchy Rulz. And tonight we're holding the ECW Revolt from the NY Staten Island Pavilion in front of 3,000 people. So without any further ado, we're just going to jump straight into the show. And we start with a pre-show match just for the crowd, where Kaz Hayashi defeats Chris Hero in 5 minutes 24 by pinfall with a senton back splash. And I've tested a new manager with Kaz Hayashi. There doesn't seem to be any notes on her, but her name is something Slice. I can't remember the name. But yeah, it doesn't seem like she stood out at all in the match, so I don't know whether I'll bring her back. I think it was Cara Slice actually. I'll have to see. I should have remembered. But yeah, D plus 48 for that. Then we begin the show with a video, which I'll play now.
We go to a promo where CM Punk enters the arena alone. Now I would like to call out my best friend, Rhino, as I have something to tell him. People say we wouldn't be champions without each other, so tonight, I want to fight alone. Samoa Joe defeats CM Punk in 11 minutes 49 by stoppage, and when CM Punk could not continue, Samoa Joe wins the ECW World Television Championship. And remember, CM Punk did not get pinned, he did not give up, he simply could not continue, and Rhino makes defense number 7 of his ECW World Heavyweight title, and yeah, he's now the first ever undisputed champion in ECW. My so-called friend turned his back on me and proved that he is nothing without me. Just look at these. And he points at his belts, the ECW and the GPWC World Heavyweight Championships.
So yeah, that's just really to tell the story of what's happened so far, and to say that tonight CM Punk returns. And yeah, 33 E plus for that. Then in about that had subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Kenta defeated Jay Briscoe and Super Delfin in 9 minutes 50 when Kenta defeated Super Delfin by pinfall, and Kenta carried the match, which is good. And this got a D47, and this is a number 1 contendership match for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. So at Anarchy Rulz, it's going to be Minoru Tanaka, the champion, taking on Kenta. And Kenta got a 51, Briscoe got a 36, Devlin got a 41. And John Cena did some good work at ringside, managing Jay Briscoe. And Kenta is getting better at his gimmick. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, 47 D plus. And in a poor match, Jeff Jarrett defeats Fergal Devitt in 9 minutes 50 by pinfall with a flying dropkick after a distraction from Jesse James. At Anarchy Rulz, it's going to be the tag team champions Jesse and Jeff taking on Fergal Devitt and AJ Styles, and one half of the champions has got one over on one half of the number 1 contendership heading into the pay-per-view. And this is just to give Devitt a match really, and to showcase him a bit more and try and boost his popularity a bit. And he's gone in with a main eventer, so it's not a bad loss for him. And Fergal Devitt got 40, Jarrett got 51, so not that much better than Devitt, but Devitt was off his game, unfortunately. So yeah, a little promo there. I won't say any more. Speculate if you will. 22 E minus for that. And in the main event, in a bout that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Samoa Joe defeats Just Incredible in 13 minutes 14 by stoppage when Just Incredible could not continue. And during the match we had a distraction from Kevin Steen, but that didn't seem to work, and Samoa Joe has won the match, heading into the pay-per-view for the triple championship match, which will be for the ECW World Heavyweight, GPWC World Heavyweight and the ECW Television Championship. And this got a 69C plus, so a good main event. Joe got 71, so he really is ready for the main event push now, to headline a pay-per-view. And Just Incredible got 62, and the match got the crowd buzzing. And then finally, Just Incredible is left laying in the ring, and Kevin Steen attempts to pull him out of the ring to help him to the back, but is grabbed and dragged into the ring by Samoa Joe, and Joe locks in the Coquina clutch and makes him pass out. And then CM Punk's music hits, and Punk enters onto the ramp holding a microphone. And he says, "I'm back. Nice work in there tonight, Joe. You really are one of the best ECW has ever seen. But tonight I have an announcement to make. It not only concerns you, but it concerns my former friend Rhino. And Joe, you may have beaten me for the television title, but I did not get pinned, and I certainly did not tap out. I'm owed a rematch, and I have spoken to Heyman, and he has agreed that next month at November, to remember, I will get that rematch against the winner of the Triple Championship Unification match, not only for the ECW Television Championship, but for the ECW and GPWC World Heavyweight Championships, and whether it be you, Joe." And then Punk looks into the camera and says, "All Rhino." So yeah, we've got the next contender for the Triple Championship. So the winner of the main event at Anarchy Rulz will take on CM Punk in the main event of November to remember. And yeah, with this feud, we're building two main eventers, Punk and Joe, and I think it's working so far. And yeah, we've got 67C plus, and it's a good segment for Steen and Credible to be involved in as well, because it will boost their popularity. So yeah, that's good. And we end with a 61C, and this show increased our popularity in 18 regions. And I set the wrong arena, but that's fine. We got 3,112 people in. And we seem to have a few issues. Taka Michinoku relocates, which isn't one of the issues. Chris Hero, body type change. Rhino signs with Noah on a one-night deal. But GPWC World Heavyweight title change. Takeshi Murashima won the GPWC World Heavyweight title last night in Noah, which is not ideal, considering I've been building to a match for it. I have had an event planned, a monthly event, so you'll see here, Osaka Live, which I wanted to hold every month. So this will actually happen before the pay-per-view. Jesse James says Fergal Devitt has poor ring psychology. I disagree. And we've got a 1.84. Bravo's not happy, Sapporo's not happy, and KTV's not happy. Hopefully that gets better once Rhino's back, but he's been kayfabe suspended until the pay-per-view. So after that, hopefully there's no problems there. And Kenta returns. I didn't know he went anywhere. And Jeff Jarrett hands in a notice. So it looks like the Tag Team Championship match result has decided itself. So yeah, I'm just going to book ECW Osaka Live. I won't run through the show, I'll just show you the results. So we've just ran the show in Japan, and to start the show we had John Cena defeat Aries, then we had Aries attack John Cena, then we had Tajiri defeat Cesaro, Super Crazy defeated Super Delphin, and in the main event CM Punk defeated Juventud Guerrera. And the show ended with a 58C-, so not too bad, and we sold out a 500 capacity arena. But because of that, I've had to change the schedule for the pay-per-view coming up. That was supposed to be this Sunday, but I've had to move it to Monday, and I've had to move ECW Revolt to Friday nights. This was because I held the event in Osaka on the Saturday night, and for some reason I was locked in to work in Japan for Anarchy Rulz, so I've delayed it a day. So it's going to be on at the same time as when ECW Revolt would have been on, And yeah, we've moved Revolt to Friday night, so it's not too much of a big deal. And it could also improve the ratings, since we're not going to be competing with Raw. So yeah, let's see how that goes. So we start the show with a Paul Heyman promo, and he says, "This past week, the GPWC World Championship changed hands in Japan, and the new champion Takeshi Morishima will be defending his belt against Rhino in our opening match. If he retains, he will enter the main event, and there will be a triple champion crown tonight." So yeah, a bit of a stipulation added. Because of the inconvenience of Rhino's title loss in Japan, we need to book around it. So if the champion can keep his belt, he earns his spot in the main event tonight, representing GPWC. Rhino will be in it for sure, because obviously he's the ECW World Champion, and then Samoa Joe will be in there as the television champion, so it could be a triple threat. And Takeshi Morishima did not look good in this. Joe looked good and Rhino looked good, and 60C for that. And in about that decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Rhino defeated Takeshi Morishima in 8 minutes 16 by pinfall with a pile driver, and Rhino wins the GPWC World Heavyweight title. And yeah, that was probably, you expected that. Yeah, Rhino's got the belt back. And we're on course for Joe versus Rhino in tonight's main event for the Triple Championship. And Takeshi Morishima had 44, Rhino carried the match pretty much with an 84. So yeah, Rhino's putting on some great performances. Hopefully this doesn't affect the main event too much with him doing double duty. And in a bout that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Minoru Tanaka defeated Kenta in 10 minutes 25 by pinfall. Minoru Tanaka makes defense number 4 of his ECW World Junior Heavyweight title. So yeah, he's carrying that belt really well. And another great match from him, 75B minus, and it got the crowd buzzing. 82 from Tanaka and 54 from Kenta. So it's some good exposure for Kenta to be in such a great match. And yeah, pretty good all around. And after the match they shake hands in a show of respect, D+51. And then in a decent match, AJ Styles and Devitt defeat Jesse and Jeff in 14 minutes 52, when Fergal Devitt defeated Jesse James by pinfall. And AJ Styles and Devitt are now the new ECW World Tag Team Champions. AJ Styles carried the match in terms of in-ring performance, and Fergal got a 47, AJ got a 65, and Jesse and Jeff got 51 and 42. And it's got a 59C, so that's a good rating. And we're just taking the belts off Jesse and Jeff. I think I'm going to release Jesse James. And then in the ECW Osaka Heavyweight Championship match, the Legend of Japan that Paul Heyman was talking about is actually Keiji Muto. It was going to be Ultimo Dragon, but he's been injured for 3 years or something, so it couldn't be him, so we just brought Muto back. And this is without the Great Muta gimmick, this is just his normal gimmick. And apparently the Jushin Liger gimmick is getting a bit stale, so we're going to have to look at that. Liger got a 70 and Keiji Muto got a 72, and Keiji Muto actually won the ECW Osaka Heavyweight title in this match. And this got a C+68. And then, this is just to calm the crowd. We've just got CM Punk getting a win over Vampiro in 10 minutes 21 after submission with an arm triangle choke. And this is again just to put CM Punk over a main eventer to boost him heading into next month's pay-per-view, where he will be challenging the winner of tonight's main event. And as planned, this match brought the fans back down a little. And then we go into the main event. And we start the match between Rhino and Samoa Joe. They go for 14 minutes 33, and then the lights go out. And this happens on the Titantron. And 3 masked men run into the ring, attack Joe to help Rhino win the triple championship. So now he is not only the GPWC World Heavyweight Champion, he is not only the ECW Heavyweight Champion, but he's also the television champion. And you might be thinking, why are you putting all the belts on Rhino? The reason I'm doing it is because we have 2 other belts that I've created. So we've only got an hour show a week. So I think we can afford to make Rhino look really strong by holding 3 belts, whilst we have the Osaka and the Junior Heavyweight Championship taken up the other time. We probably wouldn't even have enough time to showcase all of them if I hadn't have done this. And the match suffered a lack of psychology. You could have used somebody with a knowledge of how to construct a proper flow, which was disappointing. Rhino got an 82, Joe got a 76, and he is helped by 3 masked men. And 69C plus was the main event rating. And this show increased our popularity in 19 regions with a 69C plus. And we're going to praise Minoru Tanaka, and we're going to give Samoa Joe and Rhino some encouragement, because they didn't actually do as well as I thought they would. And Minoru Tanaka seemed pleased, Samoa Joe seemed pleased, and so did Rhino. So heading out the event, we have Keiji Muto as the Osaka Heavyweight Champion. We have a triple champion in Rhino. We have Minoru Tanaka as the Junior Heavyweight Champion, and the World Tag Team Championships now belong to AJ Styles and Fergal Devitt. And I'm just going to end the episode here. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, hit the like button and show your support. And make sure you subscribe for more TEW 2016 and general wrestling content. And until next time, peace.